I welcome all of you once again to my class. My name is Jewel and today I am going to take the second lesson, Tenali meets Babur. I am dealing with Icsc syllabus Cordoba publications. Please like, share and please subscribe to my channel if you like to hear my further chapters from this textbook. Now let's go to the lesson, Tenali meets Babur. Tenali Raman was a famous jester and a poet in the court of Krishnadevaraya. Tenali Raman was a famous jester. Jester means joker, and a poet in the court of Krishnadevaraya, the king of Vijayanagar. Many stories are told of his wit and wisdom. There are many stories of his wit and wisdom. Wit means intelligence, wisdom means knowledge. Read about his adventure at Emperor Babur's court. In this lesson, you are going to study Tenali Rama's adventure at Emperor Babur's court. The tales related to Tenali Raman's intelligence and wit has reached far and wide. The tales means stories which are related to Tenali Rama's intelligence and wit has reached far and wide. So they also reached the Mughal court in Delhi where Emperor Babur ruled. So Tenali Rama's intelligence and wit also reached the Mughal court in Delhi where Emperor Babur ruled. Hearing about Tenali Raman, Babur wished to meet him and send a messenger. So, hearing about Tenali Rama, Babur wanted to meet him and send a messenger. When Babur's messenger reached Vijayanagar, Raja Krishnadevaraya, the ruler, grew apprehensive. So, when Babur's messenger reached Vijayanagar, reached Vijayanagar, Raja Krishnadevaraya, the ruler, he was the king. He became very apprehensive. Apprehensive means he grew very anxious. He was very anxious, thinking why Babur's messenger came to Raja Krishnadevaraya. He thought that the Mughal emperor had sent his messenger to find an excuse to attack his kingdom. So, Krishnadevaraya, the king, thought that the Mughal emperor had sent his messenger to find an excuse to attack his kingdom. The Raja was relieved when the messenger said, "Our emperor wants to meet Tenali Rama." The Raja was relieved. Raja was relieved means Raja felt very happy when the messenger said, "Our emperor wants to meet Tenali Raman." That is, our emperor wants to meet Tenali Raman. "Maharaj, please send him with me to the Delhi court." So he said, Maharaj, the messenger told, "Can you please send Tenali Raman with me to the Delhi court?" The Raja agreed. So the Raja was happy. He said, "Tenali, I order you to go with the messenger to the Mughal court and prove your mettle." So he said, "Tenali, I am ordering you to go with this messenger. You go with this messenger to the Mughal court and prove your mettle." Prove your mettle means to prove your worth. Remember, the honor of our kingdom is in your hands and you must remember. So, the Raja is telling Tenali to remember that the honor of our kingdom is in your hands. If you impress the emperor and get a reward from him, I promise to gift you 10,000 gold coins. And he promised that if Tenali is able to impress, then he will get. That is, the emperor will reward him 10,000 gold coins. Raja will reward him 10,000 gold coins. Tenali replied, "I will not let you down, your majesty." And what did Tenali say? "I will not let you down." The next day, Tenali left with the messenger. So you can see the next day Tenali is leaving with the messenger. When Babur heard that Tenali Rama had arrived, he said to his courtiers, "You all know he is a very witty man." So when Babur heard that Tenali Rama had arrived. So when Babur came to know that Tenali Rama had arrived, he had reached, he said to his courtiers, "You all know that Tenali is a very witty man. He is a very knowledgeable person. However, if I find anyone laughing at his jokes, that person shall be punished. And he said, if I see anyone fighting or if I see anyone laughing at Tenali's jokes, then that person will be punished. At the royal court, Tenali tried many antics. So you can see at the royal court, Tenali tried many antics. What is the meaning antics? Antics means funny or unusual behavior. He tried many antics, but no one smiled. But no one smiled at Tenali Rama. He said many amusing, witty and wise things, but no effect. Tenali said many amusing, witty and wise things, but no effect. It was of no effect. Nobody was laughing at Tenali's jokes. 15 days passed by, but all his efforts to make people laugh failed. So 15 days Tenali is doing all these things, but nobody is laughing. So 15 days passed by, but all his efforts to make people laugh failed. Tenali understood that something was amiss. What is the meaning of something was amiss? Something was amiss means something was wrong. Tenali understood that something was amiss means something is wrong. He realized that the Mughal courtiers were deliberately keeping a sober face. So Tenali realized that the Mughal courtiers, the courtiers over there, they are keeping a sober, deliberately keeping a sober face. Sober face means deliberately or purposefully they are keeping a very serious face. Tenali knew that defeat would mean losing prestige and honor for Vijayanagar. And Tenali knows that defeat means you are losing prestige and honor for Vijayanagar as well as his own position there. So he thought of a plan. So he wants to make the courtiers laugh. So he is thinking of a plan. He thought of a plan. Babur was in the habit of going for a ride on his horse every morning. So every morning this Babur had the habit of going on a ride on his horse. He would be accompanied by two of his ministers, and along with Babur there also will be two ministers also will accompany Babur. The minister's job was to carry pouches of gold coins to distribute to the poor on the instructions of the king. So what was the minister's job? The minister's job was to carry pouches. Pouches means small bag. Pouches of gold coins to distribute to the poor, and these pouches were given to the poor on the instructions of the king. One day, Tenali disguised himself as an old labourer with a spade on his shoulder and a mango sapling in his hand. So one day Tenali is disguised. Disguised means he is changing his appearance as an old labourer. You can see in this picture. He is disguising himself as an old labourer with a spade on his shoulder. He had a spade on his shoulder and a mango sapling in his hand. And he was having a mango sapling also in his hand. Having surveyed Babur's route closely, Tenali found a spot by the Yamuna where he knew Babur would see him. Having surveyed Babur's route closely, he knew that Babur will come through this route. So knowing that the Babur will come through this route, Tenali found a spot by the Yamuna. He saw a spot by a Yamuna where he knew that Babur would see him. He knew that Babur will come now and Babur will see him. When Tenali spotted Babur approaching, he began to dig the ground. So when Tenali saw that Babur is coming, what did Tenali do? He started digging the ground. Babur was surprised to see an old man with a white beard planting a mango sapling. And Babur was very surprised to see that an old man was having a white beard. He was planting a mango sapling. He couldn't help asking, he couldn't help asking, "Bade Miya, what are you doing?" So Babur asked, "Bade Miya, what is the meaning of Bade Miya, dear old man? What are you doing?" Jahanpana means Your Highness. "I am planting a mango sapling," replied Tenali Raman. So Tenali Raman said that he is planting a mango sapling. "But Bade Miya," Babur said, "you appear quite old." "But Bade Miya," so saying, Dear old man, Babur is saying, dear old man, you appear quite old. You are very old. Even if the sapling takes root, grows and bears fruit, what would you gain? Say, he's asking, even if you plant the sapling, and even if it takes root, it grows and bears fruit, what would you gain? What are you going to gain from it, you old man? Asking Babur. Babur is asking Tenali Rama, surely you won't be alive. So Babur is telling Tenali, you will not be alive. You are already very old. You will not be alive. So what did Tenali say? I am not planting it for my own sake, Jahanpada, but for others. So what Tenali said? I am not planting for myself, but for others. I enjoyed the fruits of the trees planted by my father. So Tenali is telling to Babur, I enjoyed the fruits and of the trees which was once planted by my father, and now this tree will bear fruit for those who live after me. So now this tree is going to give fruit for those who are going to live after me. That will be my reward, and that will be my reward. I like your idea. Baba responded admiringly. So Baba said, I liked what you said, and Baba responded to Tenali Raman, you are a kind man who cares for others. And Baba said, Tenali, you are a kind man who takes care for others. Take these coins and plant more trees. So Baba gave more coins, more pouches of gold to Tenali and told, you plant more trees. The emperor asked his ministers to give the old man a pouch containing gold coins. So the emperor is telling his ministers to give the old man a pouch containing gold coins. Accepting the gold, the old man bowed gratefully and said, may God grant the emperor a long life. See, so Tenali accepted the gold that the Baba gave, and the old man bowed gratefully and said, may God grant the emperor long life. And Tenali is telling, may God grant you, emperor, long life. You see, normally people get fruit many years after planting a tree, but I have got it immediately. So Tenali is telling to Babur, usually people will get the fruit only after many years, but now you have already given me. I have already got it immediately. It shows that consideration for others definitely reaps a high harvest. That means definitely reaps a high harvest means it brings great rewards. Pleased by the old man's remarks, Babur gave him another bag of coins. So pleased by Tenali Rama's remarks, or by Tenali Rama's sayings, Babur gave him another bag of coins. Again the old man said, you have really made this old man happy. While this tree when mature will bear fruit only once a year, you have rewarded me twice already. So the old man was very impressed with the Babur, and again also the Babur gave him the second pouch of gold coins. And Tenali is telling that while this tree when mature will bear fruit only once a year, only once in a year the tree will bear fruit, but you have already rewarded me twice. Babur replied, well said, again you deserve a reward. So Babur was again happy at Tenali's words, and Babur again told his ministers to give him another bag of gold. Again you deserve a reward. And Tenali received a third bag of coins, and third bag of coins Tenali got from Babur. He received a third bag of coins. Alarmed, one of his ministers advised Babur. So one of his ministers told, be careful, Babur. They told, be careful, your highness, this old man appears to be quite wise. And said to one of the ministers told Babur to be very careful, because this man is very wise, intelligent. Let us move from here. Let us move ahead before his petty utterances force you to empty your treasure right here. So he is telling, one of Babur's messengers are telling to move from here before Before you empty your treasure, right here. Babur smiled and began to ride away. Then hearing his ministers saying, Babur just smiled and began to ride. He began to ride away. Then the old man said, Huzur, you cast a glance at me once again. Just look at me. Just look at me once again. So saying this, Tenali removed his disguise and said, I am your humble servant, Tenali Raman. So when Babur was trying to leave from the place, Tenali said, Huzur, just cast a glance, just look at me once again. So saying, Tenali removed his disguise. He removed his disguise and said, I am your humble servant, Tenali Raman. He removed his disguise and said that I am your humble servant, Tenali Raman. Realizing that he had been thoroughly fooled, Babur burst out laughing. Babur understood that he had been fooled. So he just only, Tenali only wanted to make Babur laugh. So remembering that Babur had been fooled, he just burst out laughing. Babur burst out laughing. I am not at all sorry for having rewarded you. I am not sorry. So what did Babur tell to Tenali? I am not sorry that I have rewarded you, Tenali Raman. You deserve it. You deserve that. You are every bit as intelligent and wise as I heard. So Babur is telling Tenali, you are very intelligent. The gold coins I have given you is because you are very intelligent and wise. I have heard about you. Babur took Tenali to his palace and showered him with gifts. And you can see Babur, he took Tenali to his palace and he showered him with gifts. He gave him plenty of gifts. When Raja Krishnadevaraya heard about Tenali Rama's triumph, he too rewarded him with gold and property. So when Raja Krishnadevaraya came to know that about Tenali Rama's victory, triumph means victory, even Raja Krishnadevaraya also rewarded Tenali Rama gold and property. And Tenali Rama became even dearer to the Raja's heart. And Tenali Rama also became very dear person to Raja's heart. I hope you all understood this lesson. Please give a thumbs up if you liked my teaching, and please send it to your friends and relatives. I hope you all understood this lesson. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video to your friends and relatives. I hope you all understood my teaching. I'll meet you in the next class. Until then, bye.